Man, I'm wound up about this one. This is one of those videos that I'm going to do, and I hope I get my point across. I don't always, but thanks for watching and sticking around. And again, if this kind of content resonates with you, subscribe, because I think it's really important that the algorithms find us and then they get to hear the message. And there's other people that need what I'm about to share with you today. I received an incredible question from one of my favorite people that watches my show, Jason. Appreciate you, brother. He asked a big question that a lot of people have asked. He's up in Nova Scotia, Canada, and he's hit me with so many great questions, and I appreciate them so much. The question is, when I buy a coin and it goes up, and let's just use my Theta example. I bought Theta, whatever it was, 10 cents, okay? And it went up to $16, $17. And then it went back down to $1, okay? You say, what a fool, why didn't you sell all your Theta at $16? Well, first of all, you don't know that 16 was going to be the top for the next 2 years. You don't know that. At the time, you're thinking, well, I think Theta is really important to the face of the planet. I think it's really important. The guy that created YouTube is co-founder, and it's a great coin. It's a great project. Oh, I think it's going to, 16, that's nothing. I think it's going to 50. Is it wrong that I didn't sell all my Theta at that moment? No. Why? Because I'm not a gambler. I'm not a trader, okay? If you want to trade an hour chart, then you're a trader. If you want to trade a daily chart, okay, then you're a swing trader, okay? If you're an investor, you're an investor, all right? You and I perceive myself and most of the people in this channel to be investors, not speculators. And I'm going to tell you why. We're no longer speculators. See, 5, 6, 7 years ago when I first got into crypto, that was speculation. You were speculating on a new technology that not many people knew about, and it was at the very bottom, and there was absolutely no adoption, and not many people knew about it, and it didn't really have what I'd call world use case, all right? Fast forward to the end of 2023. I'm sitting here telling you that I'm watching over the last 6, 7 years, I'm watching a coin in particular that I started watching before it was a penny. And now that coin is 60 cents, XRP. And I'm watching the founder group, if you will. I understand they didn't found the coin, they didn't create the coin. I got all that. What I'm talking about is the people promoting XRP coin around the world are now in 50 different nations, hundreds of different banks. Platforms and networks that move money all around the world are now, and the creation of CBDCs, all these many different banking transactions that are going to run on this new technology is no longer a speculation. This is fundamentals. This is a foundation that has been built on said technology. It may be adopted in a different way, and it may be tweaked here and there, but it's not going away. It's not like a speculative asset that, oh, well, yeah, the Pokemon coin was great, but, you know, it's gone now. It's gone now. Nobody Pokemons anymore. Whatever. This is a technology going forward that you and I know the fundamentals of, and the rest of the world will use it every single second of every day, and they won't know they're using it, but you'll own a portion of it. So, when people ask me the question, well, gosh, Allan, you did a video about this thing going up to $15. if I don't sell all of it and it goes to $1, I'm a loser of $14 in that value. No. Jeff Bezos, Amazon dropped 95%. Did he sell a single share? No. I know we're not Jeff Bezos. I get it. My point is this. I talk to people all the time in these conventions and other people, and they are people who will look you in the eye, and they're millionaires because of Bitcoin. And they'll look you in the eye and they'll say, well, every Bitcoin I've ever sold, I regretted. Even though they made millions of dollars, they bought a farm, they bought a cool car, they bought a great house, they have this great life, they have a pool in their backyard or whatever it might be, they've regretted every Bitcoin they ever sold. Because if you look at Bitcoin 5 years ago and you look at the numbers today, they could have bought 10 houses. So, I'm not saying that you should own every single XRP coin the rest of your life. This is not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is there's opportunities coming forward that are revolutionary in the crypto world. In particular, everything that's behind the curtain. There's so many people that don't know anything about ETFs. Trust me, I don't know everything there is to know about ETFs, but one of the things that you're going to know 5 years from now, 2, 3, 5 years from now about ETFs is that's a fundamental foundation of wealth. When you start to own your products in an ETF, it opens financial doors all around the world. It gets you in the rooms that you never thought you'd be in. It shows you opportunity that you could have never had. So, again, I never, ever tell anybody to sell all of your bag. Never have told anybody to sell that. And is it bad advice? No, it's my advice to me. Anytime I tell you something with this camera on, I'm telling myself that. Whether or not you listen to anything I say or you transact because of something I said is because you did it. It resonated with you and you made those decisions. I'm not there pushing play or send on your computer. You are. And again, you should be proud of the fact that you are smart enough to see a trend, a network growing, a financial possibility of our future, and you now own it. You are an owner. You're not a speculator and you're not a gambler. You own something quite significant to the future of mankind. And yes, in my opinion, XRP is going to be one of those things that everybody in the world is going to say, wow, I could have bought that at 60 cents. And they're going to look themselves in the mirror in the morning and go, I can't believe I'm unclogging toilets as a plumber again today when I could have just bought that and just owned it. Just owned it and know where it's going. You have all the proof in the world now of what's happening. Again, I mentioned the 50 nations, hundreds of banking systems. I read document on top of document on top of document that they already have the whole thing solidified as to how they're going to move the money, when they're going to move the money, what if the money doesn't go through? How does it transact? If the transaction doesn't go through, what are the protocols to back that system up, all based on XRP? All of that is not speculation. Just because the people in the mainstream don't see it, or your parents or your neighbors or your friends don't see it, doesn't mean anything. Let's just recall what a little year and a half ago, 2 years ago maybe now, the two leading people in the economics of the face of this planet, Miss Yellen and Jay Powell, came out and said to everybody in the world, this is transitory. Inflation is transitory. we're not going to raise rates. We're not going to raise interest rates at the Federal Reserve. And all the banks bought it, stacked their gills, and bought it, and trusted them, and believed them. And from the very, very next month, they started raising interest rates at a faster clip than ever before in the history of U.S. banking. Not wartime, not Great Depression time. They lied to their own bankers. That's the system your friends and family are listening to. That's the system of this is normal, Allan. Normal people don't buy XRP. Normal people do it like this. Normal people stay broke their whole life. Normal people, when their XRP goes to $15, sells all of it. And they buy, I don't know, a Lambo. That's what normal people do. You're smarter than that. You're an investor. You've bought, in particular, if you're under the age of 40 and you don't own some of these coins the rest of your life, you will absolutely regret that decision. I've been trying to tell my son this on our channel before we had a channel. I told him, anybody who sells Bitcoin will live to regret the day they did it. I was talking to a broker. Most of you know I'm in yachting, and there's yacht brokers, and they sell big yachts. And this guy sold this boat, and he sold it for, it was an expensive big boat, $31 million. And the guy buying the boat asked him, said, hey, what will you take Bitcoin for it? I'm not taking Bitcoin. Are you out of your mind? That's just crazy. I will not take Bitcoin for my boat. Yeah. Yeah, that was 2017. And Bitcoin was at about $4,000. It's now at $40,000. And he could have bought 10 yachts. 10 yachts. Not one. So, anytime you look at the coins you own, and when they go up in value, don't try and catch the bottom, and don't try and sell it all at the top. That's absurd. It's not going to work like that. All of these trends, and I know we talk about these 4-year markets and the Bitcoin halving, it's always 4 years and it's always going to happen like this. And they're all a little bit different. Every bull market I've ever been in was just a little bit different than the other. For number one, you're older. You think differently. Your bag's probably bigger. You think you got burned because you sold the coin at less than what you paid for it in the last market. And anybody that sells your coin for less than you paid for it, instead of just holding on to it, you had to have bought too much to begin with, or you were really hungry and you had bills to pay. I get that. But it's more likely you bought too much to begin with. But let's remember how many real estate booms and busts I've seen in my lifetime. So you bought a house on the beach, whatever beach in the world, and the house went up 3 times, and then it dropped 90%. Do you feel like a loser? Do you feel like you lost $200,000? Are you a loser? No. You still are an investor. You still live in the house. You still own the coin. You still own the future of that coin. And remember, I'm telling you, you're an owner of a new technology that absolutely is changing the face of the planet. Own it. Know what you own and own what you know. And live it. And walk tall. And understand who you are. Understand what you've bought. You bought the future of the world. They got these ridiculous little congressmen and committees running around trying to stop the inevitable. It's comical. It's a dog and pony show. It's just as bad as Jay Powell saying, oh, it's transitory. Inflation's transitory. Everybody knows that. It's going away. Listen, we're in big times here, guys. This is the final lap of what is going to be a beautiful year or two ahead of you. This has been a long race the last couple of years. Has not been easy to be, the brunt of everybody's jokes. But you will get the last laugh. And then you'll get the next 4-year last laugh. And then the next 4-year. And the next 4-year. And the thing of it is all those people that bought all those coins when I first heard about XRP was less than a penny. And all those people, if they'd sold all those, they'd have to get back in at 60 cents. Mentally, that's very difficult to do. That's why you don't want to sell your whole bag. Because those numbers are just not going to make sense to you when you first had the opportunity to buy less than a penny, and now you have to spend 60 cents. It's just absurd to you. You're like, I can't do that. It's at the top or something. Mentally, we do it to ourselves. You're an owner, you're an investor, and you're brilliant. And I love you, and I hope you guys got something from that video. I am out. So the other day, the wife and I are out at the park enjoying the day, and I stick my hand in bird crap on the picnic table, which we're about to eat on. And being a guy, I'm half dinosaur. It's just bird crap. It's not that big a deal. So I, all the way down the pant cuff, I just sort of wiped it off down on that's why you wear jeans, right? Isn't that why I got jeans on? I'm good to go. All right, honey, let's sit down and eat. And she's looking at me as if I married a baboon. He's a Neanderthal. She looks at me, she goes, just go to the car and get the wipes. And I'm like, oh, right, I should clean the table. I should wash my hands. Right. And the whole way I'm walking back to the car thinking to myself, what an idiot. Well, yeah, I just need to go down and get the wipes, fool. I mean, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. She must be thinking she married the biggest idiot on the face of the planet. I laughed my whole way to the car and back. That's right. I'm a dog. I got it. I know who I am. Well, I'm a happy dog. Love you.